I'm Todd Grisham, and what a venue. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of... And here comes Tommy the Duke.
This bout is...
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting up. And there's the bell to start the round. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Which one of these athletes is gonna say I can't take it anymore? Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
This is taking boxing back to its roots, outside where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything, you've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire, Tom. They're on fire in the ring.
Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Holmes in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
Oh man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the ropes. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Both men step back for just a moment.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
They ring the bell, and here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Beautiful counter shot. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Punch, counter punch. They both want the knockout. Jab misses. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They miss with the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Will the referee step in? Larry Holmes is going down, and he's got to get up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round. So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter. The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
That hook just can't find the target. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. And there's the bell to start the round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
A couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get
An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though.
They ring the bell, and here we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
You'd like to see more jabs. They exchange punches. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters. Do you believe this?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just missed with that jab. These punches coming from every angle. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments. Jab does not score.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
It's bombs away. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
And there's the bell to start the round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move that fast, they sharp. That's a hard night work for the referee.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. The bravery being shown here is just incredible.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good one. The jab doesn't quite connect. This is a high-octane battle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. The perfect counter lands. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Couldn't land that jab. Perfect counter shot. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Catch and shoot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Jab misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook was off target. Punch, counter punch. Defense is not an option for these two. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Oh, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that... And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nope, that jab not going to score. That punch is beginning to take its toll. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because someone's going to get hurt and someone's got to react.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that jab. These two fighters are made for one another. Well done with that counter shot. Continues to touch him up. Why weren't they more cautious? Certainly close, a big majority win.
Todd, you're all right. We don't see this that often, but when we do, we really remember it, and this is one of those fights. Majority decision, I agree, you agree, the fans agree. Sorry, am I talking for you? All right, that's enough. Okay, you agree.